Hi, my Tay babies and my baby bees, and the girls and boys who don't know me. This is Tayjadore, and I'm coming to you guys today with a story time. I know you guys have been waiting a long time for a story time. Y'all really love my story time. I'm gonna give y'all a story time. And don't talk about my hair. Listen, today is Sunday. You know, this is my relaxation day. You know what I'm saying? And my hair is not right. So whenever my hair not right, y'all gonna see it like, you know what? I'm just gonna get started with the video. So, as you guys read in the title, this video is about getting fired at a racist, sexist nursing home. And to protect myself, you know, I'm going to use fake names. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it.
Okay, everything when I first started out, everything in the restaurant was good. You know, I needed a job, so my home girl put me up with her job, you know, and I needed a job, so I was going to turn down any job, and, you know, I was dietary at a nursing home, you know what I'm saying, so once I got the job, I really didn't have any...
I really didn't have a interview, you know what I'm saying, I just got the job on spot, thank God, because I wasn't really, you know, an interview talker back then. So, you know, everything was going good, you know, the more comfortable I got, the more, you know what I'm saying, I thought to give a little personality, as though everybody does. When you get comfortable, you start to show your personality. Everybody loves me at work, you know what I'm saying, we always had fun, you know what I'm saying, my boss loves me, well, the boss of me loved me, okay? The boss of her had a problem, and I never understood why, and here's the reason. One thing I liked about my job is that we all were playful with each other, you know what I'm saying, so it wasn't really any, you know, problems, any negative person, everybody, you know, is playful. But one thing about me is, with my job, I know when and where and how and who, you know what I'm saying, when to do something. Like, I know when there's a time and a place for everything, and when to turn your professional on versus when you can, you know what I'm saying, have time to play. Now, when it came to these residents, it was a whole nother story. And they told us about them being like rude, but they never said anything about them being racist. You know, these people are rude, racist, well, the old white ones. You know what I'm saying? I love all my white type babies and my babies. I love you guys. Mwah. But get your people. But they were rude and racist, like, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I know how to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you know what I'm saying? And put my professional face on, you know what I'm saying? Like at the, hey, you know what I'm saying? I have 25 other tables to serve, and you know what I'm saying? All these people want the same thing that you want. You know, you're gonna get your little nasty little food. You're gonna get it, okay? You know what I'm saying? So I had to breathe, you know what I'm saying? Learn when and where. But one thing I never would let anybody do is disrespect me. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? We are all human. We all have enough, you know what I'm saying, brain, well, some of us, to control ourselves and know that there's a time and a place for everything, and know what to say to somebody, regardless of what your age is. Your mama ain't teach you right, that's not my fault, but you're not gonna speak to me any type of way, okay? Okay, anybody that knows me knows that Tay has a mouth on him. You know what I'm saying? One thing, I will never let nobody disrespect me. So, you know what I'm saying? If you say something, I'm not gonna respond to you how I want to. But, you know what I'm saying, I am going to let you know that that is very, very, very inappropriate. I asked my boss, was that okay? She said that it's fine. You know what I'm saying, but be gentle because they are old, which was understandable. You know what I'm saying, I did understand a lot of old people are stuck in their ways. But the hired boss didn't like that. She wanted them to disrespect us for some reason. You know what I'm saying, all of the other people let the old people disrespect them, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I tell them like, huh? Who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Never will I let anybody disrespect me, talk to me out of my name, you know what I'm saying? Or do anything that's provocative and makes me feel like, you know what I'm saying, my job is being threatened. So I'm going to address it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody in the whole nursing home will tell you, Tay, I don't know how you do it. They respect you and they listen to you, but they don't like us. You know what I'm saying? They don't listen to us, but they like you. I said they like me because I actually stand up to them. You know what I'm saying? They don't like y'all because they can tell y'all anything and y'all sit there and y'all run. One thing that I'm not going to let them do is run me, because can't nobody run me except for the Lord Jesus Christ and my mama. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Stop letting them run y'all. You know what I'm saying? So when I used to tell them what to do, like, these motherfuckers is 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, not 70 and 60 because that would have been in the nursing home, but 40, 30 years old, like they grown, and I'm telling them how to deal with these old people. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you don't gotta be disrespectful, but let them know, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's not appropriate. You know, I don't like when you talk to me like that. You know, so I'm not appreciative of how you talk to me like that. And the big boss did not like that whatsoever, even though it had them in check. For some reason, she had a... So, you know what I'm saying, the old people have something called a drop box. And whenever they have a complaint, they'll put it in a drop box, and the big boss will look at it, you know what I'm saying, and she'll come back and she'll tell us what we did wrong. You know what I'm saying? Nobody used to complain. The only people that used to complain about me was the difficult ones that didn't get their way exactly when they wanted, how they wanted it, when they wanted it. And I said those are the only ones that complain about me. And there's only about a good 4 difficult extra ones. You know what I'm saying? When they don't get their way, you know what I'm saying, they like a snap. And when they snap and you still don't respond, they're like, oh, okay, you don't want to respond, they put it in a drop box. You know what I'm saying? So she looks at it, you know what I'm saying, and she'll tell my boss. And my boss will sit there and tell me like she told me when she didn't. You know what I'm saying? So it'll just be some sneaky stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So after that, like the big boss, I know it was the big boss because like she'll walk in and then like she'll mug me. Or she'll do something like she'll say a smart remark, she'll mug me, or she won't say nothing to me at all. I'm like, okay, bitch, I see you, bitch, I see you. So after that, you know, I knew they were trying to find any reason to get me out. You know what I'm saying? So it was play ball after that. Anybody that knows me knows I love hours. You know what I'm saying? I hate working, but I love money. I stayed overnights. You know what I'm saying? I even slept there when it was a snow blizzard. Woke up in the morning because I had to be there about 6 o'clock in the morning. Actually, I had to be there about 5 o'clock in the morning. I can't remember, but it was 6 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I stayed there like I was all about my money. You know what I'm saying? So once I finally got my money up, you know what I'm saying? I'm out the box. Anybody knows me that I'm an out of box person. Don't try to put me in no box because I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? I like my hair to be done. I like to keep my hair done. I like to keep my eyebrows. I like to keep my clothes up. You know what I'm saying? But I like weave. You know, I like experimenting with hair. I've been obsessed with hair ever since I've been a little kid. You know, so I finally told my boss, like, is it okay if I get weave? They said it can't be all the way to your back like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, alright. You know what I'm saying? I was going to get it anyway, but, you know what I'm saying? I got me some long comes of weave, you know what I'm saying? Because I love hair. So, you know what I'm saying? I got me some hair or whatever. When I got my boss, the big boss, I asked the big boss. She told me it was alright. I got the hair. She started acting funny, you know what I'm saying? Telling me, you know, trying to throw some subliminals, talking about some I liked you with your old hair and stuff like that. I said, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? When you pay me to take this, give me my $200 back that I paid and my $200 that I got to put it in, give me my money back and I'm going to most definitely take it out. But until then, you know what I'm saying, you're just going to have to see this. You know what I'm saying? So after that, you know what I'm saying, I talk back to her. Don't nobody else talk back to the big boss but me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm fine with that. Like, I talk back like you're not going to disrespect me. You're not my boss. You did not hire me. You're the boss of my boss. You know what I'm saying? And I do give you respect. But one thing you would never do is disrespect me. One thing my boss would never do is disrespect me. But at the end of the day, we're all human. So she's been trying to find any reason to get me out there. And I'm going to tell you guys what happened. One thing about these old people is when they eat, they have a certain time that they're supposed to be done. They're supposed to be eating from 3 to 6 o'clock. A lot of old people like to come late and stay over past time. If you work at a nursing home, then you know. Old people like to do that on purpose just to be ignorant. So they stay past time when they're told they have from 3 to 6 o'clock to eat. Like to stay past time, and when you tell them to go, they have a problem. You know what I'm saying? And at 6 o'clock, when it's time to clean up, because I have to be out by 7. You know what I'm saying? I like to put my earphones in. You know what I'm saying? I have to listen to my music and, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what I like, you know what I'm saying? Vibe out while I'm cleaning, you know what I'm saying? Because it makes me get done much more faster so I can sit down, you know what I'm saying? And get ready when it's time to go and be ready exactly on time. You know what I'm saying? So I come in the motherfucking kitchen one day and it's a note and it says, no earbuds whatsoever. What? I'm the only person that wears my earbuds. Another thing is, like, these old people were always sick. when old people are sick, they are very contagious, and I have no time for it. One thing about me is I'm so glad that God has blessed me with a better job because I do not like food. I don't like dealing with food, especially touching food that been ate, because old people, they spit, they sick, they nasty, they dig in their nose. Like, old people are nasty. I'm sorry if you live in it, like, oh my God, ew. So I always wore gloves. You know what I'm saying? Touching the food, serving the food, you might come bougie, stuck up, whatever. I'm going to wear my gloves. I am a germaphobe. Like, that is absolutely gross. And friend, once she came in, she see me wearing a glove, she said absolutely nothing. The next day, my boss came to me and was like, can you stop wearing gloves? The old people are offended when you wear gloves. So you wanna know what I did? I walked outside. I said, do anybody have a problem with me wearing gloves? You know what I'm saying? I said it in the most polite way because I was trying to see, you know what I'm saying, if they actually had a problem, if I affected them, because if I did, I would apologize, you know, saying and explain. But they said, no, we don't care as long as we get our food. So I said, alright, check 2, play ball. After that, like, she'll just like nitpick with me, like say little smart things, like I couldn't work, and she'll be like, you know what I'm saying, did you wash your robe? Like, girl, what? Like, first of all, I always keep my clothes clean. She tried it. So, you know what I'm saying, I look at her, you know what I'm saying, I just ignore her. When she says something to me, I just walk out the room, you know what I'm saying, because I'm like, let me calm down, because if I really, you know what I'm saying, say what I want to, I'm going to get fired right on the spot. So I just go out and I do my job or whatever. You know what I'm saying, and I guess she didn't like that. Like, she did not like me whatsoever. You know what I'm saying, and I was fine with that. I continued to wear my gloves, you know what I'm saying. For some, my boss, let me have one earphone in. I still put both of them in, you know what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, there was no reason. You know, so I put one of them in, but when I'm by myself and everything was clear, I put both of them in, you know what I'm saying. I did respect the rules. I'm a very respectable person, because then again, I am all about my money, you know what I'm saying. So here comes the grand finale. So the big boss always schedules meetings about like once every month. She been slacking, I guess she decided to do it. We all let her meeting or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And she talk about something, you know what I'm saying, it's important not to, you know what I'm saying, make the old people mad, because this is their home. You know what I'm saying, they live here, they pay to live here, they pay our rents and this, and I mean, they give us our salary, like blah, 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 all that shit she was talking. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that she said that got to me was, she was like, you know what I'm saying, if they say something to you and if they disrespect you, who cares, because they're old. She said, who cares because they're old? She said, they can't disrespect you all they want to, because basically because they give you money. You know what I'm saying? She said, if they disrespect you, just tell us. I said, ain't you contradicting yourself? She said, what? I said, why would we tell you, you know what I'm saying, if you just said that they're old, you know what I'm saying, they're going to disrespect us anyway, and there's nothing we can do about it. So we supposed to just sit there and let them disrespect us? Then what can you do? She got mad, like, she started like, and I'm like, hold on, why you yelling? You know what I'm saying? I just asked you a simple question that I wanted to know so that I could be sure, you know what I'm saying, because I don't want to lose my job, right? You know what I'm saying? And she's still yelling or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm like, you know, she got mad because I got her call, like, what can you do? And then she sat there and was like, okay, we'll tell them to go to their room. She said, all you gotta do is tell. So I said, if anybody disrespects me, all I gotta do is tell the person who's in charge for that night, and they just go up to their room. She said, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. I'm like, you steady contradicting yourself. I said, at the end of the day, I said, I would never let anybody disrespect me. I understand what you're talking about, but you know what I'm saying? If we can't do nothing, and you tell us that the old people are gonna talk to us anyway, then what can you do? She said, you said, I'll go talk to them. What if they're going to do if they're old? You just said they old and they stuck in their ways. You know what I'm saying? Basically contradicting herself, and I ain't no dummy. So I just constantly keep making her madder and madder, and I'm staying calm, and I'm just asking her questions. You're getting mad because you know what you're trying to do, bitch. I see right through you, and they know. Ain't nobody else saying nothing because everybody else was too scared to talk. But you know, I ain't scared to talk. So after the meeting was adjourned, I was the first one to get up, and I'll walk back to my job. After that, she said something slick. I don't know what she said, but she told them, I guess she don't like when people, you know what I'm saying, she don't like when people question her, argue with her, blah, 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 blah. Somebody came back and told me, of course, like they always do. But at the end of the day, like I was like, alright, I see how she working and I see what she's trying to do. So basically, I'm going to do whatever I can, do what she say, and try to keep my job. After that, she was nitpicking with me. Like, we had to keep her in the ponytail. You know, I had long weave. So my weave had to be in the ponytail or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it was another white girl, ponytail just like mine. You know what I'm saying? Except for she white, hers real, mine wasn't. But she'll tell me like, you need to put your hair in 2 ponytails. You know what I'm saying? You always supposed to have a rubber band at the end. I said, it's all these people with ponytails. I said, am I the only one? I said, you want me to go tell them because their hair is not in a ponytail at the end either. She said, oh yeah, go tell them too. I said, alright. I said, we had to both put our ponytails with a rubber band at the end of our ponytails because, like, you know what I'm saying? Basically, she kept trying to. Next thing you know, I'm getting wrote up for stuff I did like last month. Like they now just starting the write-up process. I only got wrote up one time, so I'm like, alright, that's morning, that's cool. So, you know, I got my homegirl hired. I said, alright, you know what I'm saying, we need more people, y'all steady firing people. Let me get my homegirl hired. Got my homegirl hired, they hired a couple of more people or whatever. You know what I'm saying, we working on whatever, I taught them or whatever. I'm gonna call this lady the dyke lady. You know what I'm saying? She was in charge of the kitchen last night. And the dyke lady, like, she black. You know what I'm saying? She was real cool. Like, she tell me everything. You know what I'm saying? She sit down, she tell me when she don't like somebody, she don't like the boss, she don't like the managers. Like, we sit down, we have a conversation. Like, she like 40, 50 years old, whatever. She the dyke lady. She cool. So, you know what I'm saying? We was cool. I thought we had a connection, whatever. It's her day to work. You know, she the one that always complain like, oh, I hate the work. You know what I'm saying? Hurry up. I want to get out of here. Like, she complains every single day that I've knew her. You know what I'm saying? But I thought that was just her. We always been cool. You know what I'm saying? So one day, it was me, her, 2 new people, and I had to teach them, basically. I taught them, you know, I asked them, I said, y'all good? They said, we good. I said, all right. So I had my table, I had my section clear. My section was done. All the trash was done. I've been there since 5 o'clock in the morning. I went to the back, I said, all right, let me take me just a 5-minute nap since I'm done with everything. I'm gonna take me a 5-minute nap and then I'm just gonna go back. So, you know, it ain't even been 5 minutes. The dyke lady calling me talk about some, hold on, y'all, it's thunderstorming. I know I'm a little scared. So the dyke lady is like, you know what I'm saying, come on, we need your help. I come out there, I ask them, I said, so we need help? She like, no, we don't need no help or whatever, we good. Everybody was telling me that they good. I look at my tables are still clear. Then nobody come to my table. So I'm like, alright, you know what I'm saying, I thought you told me you needed help. He's talking about something, she ignored me. So I'm like, alright, you know what I'm saying, I did what I had to do, got that day over with. Came to work the next day or whatever, my boss was like, Tremont said, we need to have a meeting. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, huh? So after she said we need to have a meeting, everybody started acting funny. So y'all know everybody, you know, they loves me because, you know, I'm fun. So all the old people love me. Aha, you know what I'm saying? They always joking with me, giggling. Not the old people that was in the nursing home, but the old people that worked there. So, you know what I'm saying? I worked with a lot of black, old, ghetto, you know what I'm saying, ladies. So they like was shunning me like I was a nun that had sex. Like they was straight shunning me. And I did not know what was going on, but I knew something funny was going on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. You know what I'm saying? I just knew that something was not right. Like they was shunning me. Even the dyke lady was like, they all was shunning me. So I'm like, I asked Gwen, I walked up to her and I'm like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? She's like, remember when you went to sleep? She said, Michelle and them, they was talking about it, and they as soon as they was talking about it, I had to write it up, and I had to tell the big boss lady. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, alright, you know what I'm saying? I really wasn't too much tripping off of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, it's just a write up. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my work, keep it going. Y'all won't believe what happened next. So the next day, I come in to work at the school or whatever. I'm thinking everything fine. I'm thinking everything fine. She's like, alright, I'm ready to have this meeting. We had this meeting up at the big boss lady. It's the big boss lady, my boss, and just me. We all in her room or whatever. And we talking about what happened when we went to sleep or whatever. And then she was like, in rule book 3955 CC, it says that if you go to sleep on a job, then you are to get fired. So I'm like, oh. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking in my head, all right, they been applying on me all along because this got reported about the week after. You know what I'm saying? If this was to happen, why didn't y'all, stop me the day of? You know what I'm saying? So we just talking about it or whatever, and she like, I almost said that bitch name. The big boss lady was like, you need to, she said, you tell her. So she told my boss to tell me that I'm fired. So my boss, like, she don't want to fire me because she really like me. So she like, oh man, she like, she said, you went to sleep in the hand, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but I have to let you go. Like, she seemed like really upset, and I love my boss, like, her. So, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, alright, you know what I'm saying? I was like, alright, I'm finna go get so I got my stuff or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, my boss following me out, you know what I'm saying? So, they made me sign papers. I didn't know, I just signed the papers, you know what I'm saying? Because I really wasn't tripping off of it, you know, I didn't know that you weren't supposed to sign the paper to get unemployment, because, you know, I been need some money, so, you know what I'm saying? I signed the papers or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Grabbed my stuff, and I left. But then when I'm thinking about it, Dyke lady is the one who told, you know what I'm saying? You wrote it up and you told. You know what I'm saying? Why would Michelle and them be talking about it and you wrote it up? You know what I'm saying? They said that you said it. So you went up there and you told because you had a little specular attitude. You know what I'm saying? You gonna lie and sit there and blame it on somebody else for that. You went like a snake. I straight believe you did that to me and I straight trusted you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm over it. I'm gonna keep my professionalism. Basically, I straight trusted a snake. You too old. When you working with like you was a whole dyke. Like I straight thought you was like cool. So it's like, okay, you know, I'm over it. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm kind of glad that I got fired because, you know, I was slacking in school and I'm a senior, so coming down to the end, you know what I'm saying, working, I couldn't do both. You know what I'm saying? I was failing school, but once I stopped being in school, I was able to get more rest and focus more on my schoolwork. So it all worked out for the better. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm out of school, I got a way better job. You know what I'm saying? Everybody left. Even my boss left. You know what I'm saying? Because they kept everybody, all of my friends that was there gone. My boss left. She said there was too many new people. Everything was just so hectic that my boss left. Like everybody gone is getting hectic. You reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? And karma is a bitch. I let karma deal with her. I'm just thankful to God. You know what I'm saying, that I kept my composure because God works in mysterious ways, you know what I'm saying, but she tried so hard to get me out of there, and there was so many people plotting and twisting, and you know what I'm saying, that it was just crazy, you know what I'm saying, but what I could have did was, I got sexually assaulted, people that worked there was telling me to get behind them, you know what I'm saying, no, get in front of them, you know what I'm saying, it's like they were saying so much stuff to me. I was sexually assaulted by the men the old men in the nursing home, you know what I'm saying, I was looking pretty at him, I like his long, you know what I'm saying, but I could have sued, but I didn't though, you know what I'm saying, I let God handle them, and God will continue to handle them. That's an evil woman, the big ball lady, you an evil woman. It took me so much in my power not to slap her. Do you know how many people then almost had to leave because they almost gonna put their hands on this woman? I said, you know what, God works in mysterious ways, and I'm glad he put me up out that jam because I got a better job that was not worth the money I was getting. But it's alright, they gonna reap what they sow. Periods. Hi, my tape babies and my baddie beats and the girls and boys who don't know me. Thank you all so much for watching. I love doing the story time. I know this video is a little long, and I appreciate all of my babies that sat there and sat through this whole video, you know what I'm saying, and one thing I'm not telling you guys is to go, you know what I'm saying, in disrespect. Just know that there's a time and a place for everything, and do not work somewhere that tries to take your dignity and your pride away, you know what I'm saying. I felt like she had a problem with me being gay, you know what I'm saying, and the black card, you know, and then people disrespect me. Like, these people was like, you know, they people was not born in slave time. But they was not born in slave times, and I'm not gonna let them disrespect me because they know right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? Don't never let nobody disrespect you. And she gonna be what she sold. I want to thank everybody for watching. All of my tape babies and my baddie beats and the girls and boys who don't know me. Please comment on how you feel about this video. You know, if you worked in a nursing home, you know. You know what I'm saying? Please like and subscribe to me. Follow me on all my social media. The link will be in the description box below. More videos to come. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Mwah. Until next time.